All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. We got some Saturday NBA action, 8 games on the slate tonight. Like we always do, guys, I'm going to jump into each and every game. I'm going to give you my lean, give you what I'm thinking. We're going to talk about the game, but as always, my final plays, what I'm actually going to be rolling with, will be in the pinned comment. Last night we had a winning night unit-wise. We go 2-1 in our personal plays. Our ride of the day does not come through, unfortunately, from Greg here. And it looked like it was at one point. It looked like the Kings had the Lakers on the ropes in the first quarter, but they end up tying the first quarter, I believe. So we missed out on that one. You guys know the drill. You got to get the womp womp. You got to face the womp womp. You can use hashtag ride of the day in the comments if you guys do want a chance to be tomorrow's shout out. We ride with someone in the comments. You guys get a win or a loss shout out in the next video. No matter if you win or lose, I'm still shouting you out. You might have to face the womp womp, but if you win, we pump in some crowd noise and get the applause going. Guys, if you are not tailing the prize picks plays that I post on the community tab on this channel, I don't know what you're doing. We have 4 straight days of winning nights over on prize picks doing the three-player prop flex plays. We hit 3 for 3 last night. One of those was our play here, so we'll get to a quick recap. Like I said, 2-1 in personal plays. We had the Grizzlies and the Timberwolves under 235. The model, which we'll talk about at some point in this video, came through again, cashing that under. Then we had Kevin Huerter, Sacramento Kings guard, right? Shooting guard, over 12.5 points. And we got a big announcement. Kevin Huerter, I'm now inducting into the channel Hall of Fame. He has been like just a money printing machine for us this season. So welcome, Kevin Huerter. This isn't the last time we're going to be betting on you, but a big old cha-ching for him. And then we had the teaser. Celtics, we got them down to -0, so money line, and the Suns -3 against the Magic. We had a clean sweep of personal plays ready to go, right? And the Suns lost to the Magic. And it's crazy because what did I say in yesterday's video? I was like, this Magic team is puzzling. Every time I look up, they're beating someone as an underdog or covering. And then we get burned by that there, guys. But like I said, we got a bunch of games on today's slate here. Positive night last night. Let's keep that momentum going. Before we get into any of the plays, guys, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the sponsor of the show, and that's going to be MyBookie. MyBookie has turned into my favorite sports book out there. They have one of the widest selections of plays and odds and everything like that. And I can encourage you guys all the time to have multiple sports books so you can odd shop around. If there's a line on, MyBookie that's -3.5, and then there's a line on Sportsbook X or whatever you want to call it, that's -4. MyBookie's a better line if you want that favor, right? You're getting a half point there. Their lines differ from a lot of different other books out there, guys. So make sure to use the link in the description. Sign up for MyBookie using that promo code GBS. It's on the screen, and you will get a % match on your first deposit there, guys. Live betting, they have the casino out there too. They got a lot of cool stuff on the site. Very easy to use. Make sure to check their frequently asked questions section for the legalities in your state, but it's legal in most states, so make sure to go check out MyBookie right now. Link is in the description. And we got a bunch of games to jump into today. First off, we have the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Clippers here. Right now, Clippers, I've seen them at 2-point favorites and 1.5-point favorites here. The total is set at 213, which makes total sense. These two teams are slow as you read about. In fact, the Nets defense has been incredible as of late. In their last 5 games, I guess you could say 4 straight games if we make it cleaner there, they've allowed opponents not even to reach. The highest number that they've allowed so far in the last 4 games was 96 points. That's absurd. This Brooklyn team is playing some good defense, and the Clippers team, they've played good defense too, but they also have a really, really slow-paced offense, so that's why this total is so low. I'm not touching the total. I think that that's a really sharp line for how slow these two teams are. Like 213 is still super low, so I know everything points at the under here in terms of pace and everything like that, but I think that the line already pointed at the under, if that makes sense. So I'm sticking away from that. I think that this game probably finishes right around 212 to 214, so a good line there. But what I do like is the Nets getting some points here. Now, this might be one where we like to play both sides. We take the Nets pre-game money line for plus money, and then we watch the game, live bet it once the Nets go on a run, because basketball is full of runs, right? And then we play the other side. So make sure to keep an eye on the pin comment, like I say, for all my final plays. As of right now, spread pick wise, I lean Nets getting the 2 points, but I might go and throw that money line play in there and hope to get the Clippers plus money during the game at some point on the money line. But keep an eye on the pin comment for that. Next up, we have the Jazz taking on the Washington Wizards here. Wizards 3-point dogs at home. This Jazz team is so surprising. 10-3 straight up, 10-5, or sorry, 10-3 straight up, 10-3 also against the spread. Wizards surprisingly positive against the spread this year, 6-5-1. I think that this is a Utah game. I don't totally love it. I think that they're a better team. I think 3.5 points or 3 points, I've seen it in some books as well, isn't enough to say, oh, let's stick away from this one. The only thing that scares me about it is that this is like, you know, the type of game that you think, okay, well, the Wizards, a 500 team, meddling middle of the road, right? Bradley Beal injured, like Kristaps looks like he's going to be actually playing, but he was on the injury report earlier this morning as well. Utah looks healthy. They've won 4 straight. It makes you think, okay, you know what? This is a Utah game. That's why I'm probably going to stick away from it. So I lean Utah minus 3.5 points, but I don't truly think that this ends up becoming a final play, if I'm being completely honest here. The total is 220, 220. I think this opened at 220 or 222, so it is going down. But I look at the over in this one. Definitely, I would lean the over stronger than I would Utah, but I do like Utah in the over in this game. Next up, my Boston Celtics here taking on the Detroit Pistons. Pistons getting 9.5 here at home, which makes a lot of sense. They're a really bad team. When these two teams played 3 nights ago, Boston beat them by 26 points or by 16 points, I believe, which makes sense, right? The Celtics, I think, came into that game being, what was it, 10.5 point favorites, 13.5 point favorites, and they beat them by 16, so they even cover there. I think that this is one that Boston's able to cover as well. So I'm going to lean Boston here, minus the 9.5 points, and I like the over in this one. I know it's kind of a high-ish line at 225.5 for a team like Detroit, but Detroit's defense has not been it as of late. They've let up 121, 128, 112, 116, 114, 136, 120, 118. Big numbers this season. We know the Celtics can score, and like I said, the last time these two teams played, that score was 128 to 112, so I like the over in this one. All right, we got Toronto taking on the Indiana Pacers. This Indiana Pacers team against the spread this season, 7-4. Now, that could be because they've gotten some big lines here. I won't lie about that, but I do think that this Toronto team, you know, coming off of a loss to OKC last night, may be looking to, you know, bounce back a little bit. And Indiana had a hard-fought match against Denver just a few nights back. So Toronto getting a 1.5. I like this one. I don't think that the Pacers are a favorite type of a team. Still no Siakam, and Precious Achiuwa still out. And then for Indiana, no injury updates to provide here. So I think that this is just a good spot for Toronto to bounce back. I know they're on the back-to-back, and I think that that's why this spread is where it is. But I don't hate Toronto in this one whatsoever. Next up, we have the Hawks taking on the Sixers. Sixers 3-point favorites here. These two teams played, what was it, November 9th or 10th, and the Hawks beat the Sixers by 9 points here. And you know, Philly probably looks to bounce back in this spot. Joel Embiid finally looking healthy out there. He was out for a while with illness, comes back, and in this last game, I think that he had like 26 points on one of his worst games of the year in terms of how he looked and how he was playing. I think he even got benched like midway through the 4th or something. So I think that this is a game where Joel Embiid probably capitalizes on sort of a bounce back spot and a revenge spot against Atlanta. I'm going to go with Philly here, minus 3 points. All right. Charlotte Hornets taking on the Miami Heat. We hit this last time, right? Miami 10.5 point dogs in this one. The total is 12.5. When these two teams last played on the 10th, Charlotte comes through 112 to 117. It was a win and an over. And guys, I know that I'm absolutely crazy, but I can't get off the train while it's still rolling. This Charlotte team continues to cover these big numbers for us. So we're doing it again, 10.5 points. Do I love it? No. Am I a psycho? Yes. Am I still rolling with it? Yes. Guys, I don't know. There's something about this Charlotte team that I think keeps games close and can fight away at teams no matter who's injured or anything like that. So you're probably watching this being like, Evan, you're getting greedy because you just hit this last game that these two teams played, and now you're asking for it again. And the answer is yes. Kind of crazy. Probably going to lose my money on this game, but I can't help it. It's right there in front of me. I got to take the 10.5 points with Charlotte in this one. Total is 12.5. That's so low that I lean over, but I'm not going to be touching that one. Guys, before we get into the last couple picks here, I do want to talk about the membership on the channel. $2.99, that's all it is. Less than, like, you could buy 2 memberships for the price of a Starbucks coffee here. So $2.99, guys. It's a way to first and foremost continue to support the channel and get that extra elevation of support. I cannot thank you guys enough for the ones that are already signed up for the membership program, and you guys know I'm doing my best to provide that $2.99 of value, like building models for these games for both spreads, totals, and then also player props. Guys, you're getting access to that on a daily basis through the membership community tab. So if you do want to become a baller, guys, a member, just hit that join button. There's a link in the description as well if you can't find the join button. $2.99 per month, and you guys get some awesome stuff like priority reply to comments. I see all your comments. You get the models in the community tab and everything like that. So make sure to go sign up, guys. Another way to support the channel for everything that we are grinding and doing over here. So make sure to do that. Hit that like button too. Hit that like button as well. And also, we've been saying this, right? Each video, we're kind of giving you guys a word of the day. And because I talked about the membership and we call the members on the channel ballers, let's drop the word baller in the comments. B-A-L-L-E-R. I got it right. Let's go. Baller in the comments, guys, to show that you are watching at this point in the video, 10-minute mark or so. Guys, the real ones watch the videos all the way through. So make sure to drop baller in the comments if you are watching as of right now. But let's keep it going here. We got Houston taking on the Pelicans. Pelicans 10.5-point favorites here. And I mean, why wouldn't they be, right? This Houston team does not seem like they're trying to win basketball games. They are getting huge numbers. So even though with a 2-10 record here, 5-5-2 against the spread. And you know what's funny? I'm like watching this Houston record and everything like that. I'm like, do you remember last season when the Rockets were like the hottest team in the league for a brief period of time? That's kind of crazy. I don't know if that's going to happen again here, but I don't think that this Houston team really has what it takes, to be completely honest, to keep up with this Pelicans team. So I'm going to lean Pelicans, lay the big number, 10.5. The total here. The total is kind of interesting if you ask me. 232 for a Houston team that, yes, they don't play any defense. Yes, they can put up some points, but we've also seen them not put up points. They've had a few games this season of, 100 points, 93 points, 101, that type of thing. And then the Pelicans, on the other hand, have held opponents to low scores at times as well. So I think that this one, I kind of peak at the under 233 I've seen on most books here. I think that this game probably sticks around the 226 mark. So we might look at the under here. If there's going to be a play in this game, it's probably going to be the under. I don't love laying double-digit spreads unless I'm getting the points, which wouldn't be laying the points, so dummy alert over here. But yeah, look at the under in this one. All right, last game on the board here. We got the Mavericks taking on the 10-2 against the spread Blazers here. This Mavericks team plays slow basketball, and this Portland team, can score will if Damian Lillard is going off, right? So it's going to be interesting to see what type of basketball we get here. Portland has been playing at a slower pace than I think historically would say, but Dallas is just one of the slowest teams in the NBA. So if this game, and it's only a 5-point spread here, if this game starts to go at the pace of Dallas at home here, I like them. But if they start to have a shootout or something like that, I think that Damian Lillard can catch a little bit of fire, and this might lean towards Portland. So I'm going to lean initially Dallas minus the 5. In terms of a total, 217. I want to pull the trigger on the over because I just feel like there could be a lot of points scored in this Saturday game. Probably not touching it though, but 217 is so enticing. But guys, that is all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you do enjoy these videos. If you do, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and liking the video as well. We're definitely going to start encouraging you guys to hit that like button more because I feel like I failed to say it like a decent amount in most videos. But yeah, if you're still watching, hit that like button, comment. Let's screw over the YouTube algorithm and get more and more people in the community talking basketball each and every day. But that is all I have for you guys today. Catch you in the next video. Peace.